Welcome to the Maryvale Gifted and Talented Academy ribbon cutting. My name is Richard Franco. I'm the Director of Marketing and Communications for the Phoenix Union High School District. And on behalf of the PXU Superintendent, Dr. Chad Gueston, the PXU Governing Board, and our executive team, I would like to thank you for attending this morning. Whether you're here in person or with us virtually, we are thankful for your presence and appreciate you spending some of your time with us today. At this time, I ask you please stand as the Maryvale High School Color Guard, Jacqueline Felix, Ashley Renteria, Carla Herrera, and Priscilla Lozano post the colors, and we have the national anthem sung by Maryvale High School student Rosa Sandoval.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you. Please be seated. This morning is a very special day for the entire Maryvale community, as we will cut the ribbon on this beautiful space for our Gifted and Talented Academy, while also celebrating the completion of the brand new and beautiful JROTC facility and the renovated Performing Arts Center and Library. Thank you to DLR Group and Core Construction for your support on these projects. Before we begin, I'd like to take a moment to introduce the special guests who are with us in attendance this morning. Please give a warm welcome to Phoenix Union Superintendent Dr. Chad Gueston, Maricopa County Supervisor and Board Member Mr. Steve Gallardo, our Board President, Ms. Stephanie Parra, Cartwright Superintendent Dr. Leanne Aguilar-Lauer, Maryvale High School Principal, Ms. Shakira Simmons, Gifted and Talented Academy Leadership, Dr. Renu Singh, and our very own gifted and talented student, Ms. Samantha Garcia. At this time, I would like to welcome Phoenix Union Superintendent Dr. Chad Gueston to say a few words.
All right, good morning. Buenos dias to everyone. I appreciate you spending time with us this morning. I do want to start by thanking once again, and I know Richard did a little bit of that. Very excited to have Supervisor Gallardo join us here this morning. Thank you for your leadership here in the West Side and across the state for so many years. In the front row, we do have our Governing Board President, Ms. Stephanie Parra. Thank you so much for all of your leadership. And then Dr. Leanne Lawler. Maryvale High School has a very long-standing, proud partnership with the Cartwright Elementary School District, and Dr. Lawler is doing an amazing job in Cartwright, and you'll hear from her a little bit this morning. And then also thank you to everyone involved in this project to bring to light a vision for a new school, but also a redesign of a facility takes a lot of work, and so thank you to each and every one for your efforts. I do just want to share really quickly that Phoenix Union made a promise a couple of years ago, and it's a promise that was built on a vision that we've had for many years. And that's that we want to bring to every single student and family and community in Phoenix schools of opportunity. And schools of opportunity to us in our promise statement are schools that welcome, love, and inspire all of our students to go places and do things that matter. And Maryvale High School and the Gifted and Talented Academy are phenomenal examples of that promise. There's great opportunity here at Maryvale. It's a big, beautiful school. It's one of our largest schools. It's been an anchor in the Maryvale community for many, many years. It has one of our largest and most impressive performing arts programs. Today, you'll also, if you stick around, have an opportunity to see the amazing JROTC building, which in many ways was built because there's a remarkable JROTC program here. And we want to make sure that all students that call Maryvale High School home have an opportunity to find their place here, whether that's in a Gifted and Talented Academy, whether that's in performing or fine arts, JROTC, or many of the other programs here. And Maryvale High School has produced phenomenal graduates for many, many generations. Way too many to list today. But two that we've shared quite often in our community is that our current police chief and our fire chief are graduates from this beautiful school and this great facility. And as you are very well aware, hopefully, that we are one of the only major cities to have two female chiefs, and they both graduated from this very school, so we're extremely proud. I also want to thank Principal Shakira Simmons, who is doing a remarkable job here at Maryvale, has really brought life and leadership and energy to this fantastic campus, and have a great suite of assistant principals here as well. And so thank you to all the leadership for making it possible. I do just want to share a couple of particular thoughts. First of all, later today, you're going to have a chance to not only see the Gifted and Talented Academy, the JROTC building, performing arts, but also the IMC. We recently had an opportunity to recognize our employees that have been with us in 5-year milestones, 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 years. And the amazing woman who runs the library here at Maryvale High School, Jean Kilker, was just given her 45-year plaque. This is her 46th year. Let's give her a round of applause. And I say that not just to recognize Ms. Kilker, but to recognize the culture and climate here at Maryvale. If you work here at Maryvale, or if you have worked here at Maryvale, you know how amazing this community is. It's a family. And when people come here, they stay here and have a lasting impact, not just on the kids, but on the community. And the last thing that I'll say, because today we are not only recognizing and cutting ribbon on buildings, but also the Gifted and Talented Academy. And you'll hear from a couple of people today, including Dr. Singh, who will talk about this amazing micro school. But it was many years ago that I had a conversation in my office with Dr. Singh. And it was right as we were launching the Coding Academy. And Dr. Singh was in consideration for the leadership role there. And I remember asking her, I said, hey, throughout the interview process at Coding, I get the sense your passion's not coding. It's small, specialty, rigorous schools that change lives. But what is your passion? And in my office that day, Dr. Singh laid out for me her dream to launch a Gifted and Talented Academy somewhere in some part of the valley to change lives. And it was from that conversation that the Gifted and Talented Academy was born. And here today, we are now cutting a ribbon finally on its own special space. We are about to graduate. Our first cohort of students are very excited to see where they go, the places that they will go, and the things that they will do. We know that they will make Maryvale very proud. And so we're very excited for Dr. Singh's leadership and very excited to hear from Samantha And speaking of students, I just want, Rosa, was that voice amazing this morning? Let's give her a big round of applause. But with that, I would like to welcome up to the podium Supervisor Steve Gallardo. Supervisor Gallardo is a board member here in Phoenix Union, was a board member before, has been in state leadership, county leadership, and is back to bring his passion to the Phoenix Union High School District community. And with that, Supervisor Steve Gallardo.
Thank you, Dr. Gaston. This is particularly a real special moment out here in the West Valley. As many of you know, I was born and raised out here in the West Valley. I grew up in the playgrounds of Maryvale, and this has always been home. I've had the honors of being able to represent this community, not only at different levels of government, but to be a resident, a part of the family out here in Maryvale. And when we have these types of ribbon cutting ceremonies at a school like Maryvale with so much history, it's just exciting. Many of the students that are walking through these halls right now face tremendous challenges economically and socially off the campus. They do. They face challenges every morning as they get up and come to school, but they do. They understand their opportunity for a bright future, and their opportunity for the best in life is right through these halls. And that's what has been created here. It's an opportunity for students, some of the best and brightest all across the district, to be able to come to and be able to even aspire and be even further on. It gives them the opportunity to shine like never before. And that's what's so unique about this. When I first ran for the board, and I want to point out our president sitting right here, when I first ran for the board, I knew Phoenix Union was doing great stuff. I knew that. And I said, okay, this is awesome. I want to be able to be part of it. How can I contribute? You know, all that good stuff. And when I get on the board, I come to find out that Phoenix Union is far more advanced than I ever thought when it comes to meeting the challenges of our students. This special academy here was created way before my time. It was the leadership of our president sitting right in front of us, and many of my colleagues on the board that really got together along with the superintendent and the district leadership to say, how do we move Phoenix Union forward? How do we address the challenges that all our kids face? And this is an example. This is an example. I can stand here and say a few words, but this was put in place way before my time on the board. This is just great leadership from many years, just coming together to really create opportunities for our kids. But this is a special, unique spot. Kids now have a home in which they can come right here on the Maryvale campus and be able to broaden and be able to excel like never before. So that's what's so great about here. I see Dr. Lauder here. Thank you so much for your work you do at Cartwright. Cartwright near and dear to my heart as a product of Cartwright Elementary School District. And to see the partnership, not only Phoenix Union with Cartwright and many of our feeder school districts, that is so strong like never before. And that's what's so unique, not only about Phoenix Union, but about our elementary schools, and particularly about projects and programs such as our Gift and Talented program here. That's what's so unique. So with that, Dr. G, thank you so much for your leadership once again. President Bada, thank you so much for your leadership over the last, 8 years now? 6 years? 6 years? Gone by fast, hasn't it? But thank you for your leadership and your entire team for making this possible. This is an exciting time for the West Valley. This is a time to celebrate with all our students, not just in the West Valley, but across the district, to be able to say, hey, you have a home right here in Maryvale in which you can really excel and shine like never before. So thank you so much, Dr. G.
And now I would like to bring up to the podium Dr. Leanne Lawler Aguilar. Dr. Lawler is a phenomenal leader here in the West Side. I have an opportunity to spend every Monday afternoon virtually with Dr. Lawler, and she is a phenomenal leader, committed to our kids, committed to our community, and the only reason why a school like the Maryvale Gifted and Talented Academy and Maryvale High School in general can thrive is because school districts and leaders like Dr. Lawler and Cartwright are partnering closely with us to produce students that are ready to come and excel. So with that, Dr. Lawler.
Good morning, Phoenix Union, and thank you, Dr. Gaston. Good morning, Maryvale High School community. Supervisor Gallardo, I can't say enough about the partnership. When he left our school board, he said, I was there as an assistant superintendent, he said, I promise you I'm not going to forget about you, and I'm still going to be here for you. And that is such a true statement. If I had another several hours, I could share all the things that he's done for us, and especially during this pandemic. So I can't thank you enough. Dr. Gaston, I know that in the meetings that we have every Monday, there's not one time where you don't thank your governing board for providing you the opportunities to be that leader that I know they know we have. So Governing Board President Bada, thank you, and the board, Supervisor Gallardo. I know that we say it not enough, that the governing board is the only reason that these things happen. We can't do it without your support and your approval, so we thank you so much for that. Principal Simmons, I know from being a principal for 10 years that you must be very proud today. So thank you so much for, again, having me here today to speak and say a few words. It's certainly an honor. Isn't it all about opportunities? These opportunities only happen with strong partners and leaders like my friends here. One in particular today I'd like to call out, Dr. Singh. I met Dr. Singh a few years ago. She came to Cartwright to speak to our parents about education for our gifted scholars. Her enthusiasm was contagious. She sparked a renewed desire to ramp up our opportunities for our community of learners in the Cartwright community. Dr. Singh, I want to thank you for your passion, dedication, and leadership, because this is the reason why we're here today celebrating. Cartwright is too reimagining the opportunities for our gifted scholars, and we look forward to inviting all of you to be part of that at our new Gifted and Talent Academy that's coming at Atkinson Middle School and IB. This academy will be the next step in our educational journey with our scholars. I would like to give a huge shout out to our Cartwright Gifted team and all the gifted teachers and the gifted families. They are amazing, have done so much to elevate the programming, professional development, and the identification of our gifted scholars over the past several years. And this, well, I can speak for them, this is very exciting because they'll go from our academy to this academy, and so we're very excited. I'd also like to give a shout out to the junior the ROTC program here at Maryvale and what's happening here. They're always at our events in Cartwright. They're part of our Cartwright family. So I just wanted to say kudos to you. We miss you. We miss all the times that you're here with us in Cartwright and in the community because of the pandemic. So that was so special to hear you this morning. So thank you. In Cartwright, we believe it's imperative that our scholars rise to the level of their capabilities and that they have equal opportunities to thrive. It's more than preparing them for college and career. It's about global readiness. The grand opening of this academy and all of these other spaces is just another huge step to making this vision a reality. And after all, don't our scholars and families deserve it? So thank you so much.
Thank you. At this time, we would like to welcome Maryvale High School Principal, Ms. Shakira Simmons.
Thank you. Good morning to President Pata, our governing board members, Superintendent Gaston, Supervisor Gallardo, Superintendent Lawler, guests, executive team, and our community. It is with pleasure that I have the ability to say that we are and have finally come to a place where we can say that we have created an amazing project. We are here to celebrate the important milestone of our Gifted and Talented Academy, a small school with all of the experiences of a comprehensive campus. I would like to recognize that not only do we get to celebrate a new space for our Gifted and Talented Academy, but we also get to recognize newly remodeled spaces for our IMC, our library, and a new space for our JROTC. The Panther Nation has certainly experienced an extreme amount of growth in the past year, and I would like to thank our governing board and Superintendent Guestin for the support and the belief in these projects that have supported a renewed spirit on the Maryvale campus and allows our students to have experiences that they truly deserve. 4 years ago, the Gifted and Talented Academy began its journey on the Maryvale campus when they accepted their first cohort of students who arrived so eager and excited to participate in a unique experience. We grasped at the opportunity to build relationships with our feeder schools and districts, and it became evident after the second year that the academy was growing quickly and the need to provide a realistic and comprehensive space to support and challenge the needs of our students was at our door. Thus began our work with our parents and students to imagine and establish what the future learning space with our students and parents could be. I remember those initial parent and student meetings with Dr. Singh as we listened to the feedback and the hopes of our families that there would soon be a space that would represent the accessibility and align to the mission and goals of the academy. The transformation of the building behind me, as well as our other areas on campus, are the result of significant amount of research, planning, and thinking outside of the box. We have had the opportunity to work with some amazing partners who were instrumental in making sure that the vision was executed in a way that represented the needs and projected growth of not only Gifted and Talented, but the larger Maryvale community. I would like to thank our architecture and design partner, DLR, David, Megan, Carmen, and team, for their amazing patience and care in working with the Maryvale team on establishing clear goals and the aesthetic that reflected the feedback and personality of our campus. I would also like to thank Core Construction for their expertise and precision in making sure that all of the projects that they touched on the Maryvale campus were done with attention to detail and resulted in minimal disruption to the campus functioning. I appreciate the expertise and swift follow-up and impromptu walkthroughs and reviews with Mr. TJ Long and Mr. Jared Reynolds throughout this project. Throughout it all, each partner was extremely helpful and supportive, and as a campus, we thank you. It is through the collaborative planning that we stand here today, ready to view an amazing transformation of space on the Maryvale campus. This transformation reflects the flexibility, creativity, collaboration, and innovation that our students and staff are committed to. I would like to thank our Gifted and Talented Director, Dr. Renu Singh, whose vision and expertise has supported the creation and the development of a flourishing academy. To our gifted and talented instructors, your flexibility and dedication throughout this process has been commendable, and I promise no more portables or quick room changes once we actually make it back on campus. Most importantly, a heartfelt thanks goes to our students and families who were so patient and trusting throughout this process. To our instructors and students connected with our JROTC, Performing Arts, and Library, I appreciate your patience and your willingness to also reimagine spaces and programs by providing feedback about how we can update and create spaces that our students are excited and passionate about, while also creating opportunities to extend learning and to develop autonomy for our students. Lastly, there's so much that happens behind the scenes and so many people who are part of the process. I wish I could go through all of the names, but I would like to thank our portfolio management team, technology and logistics, marketing and communication team for all of their support and expertise along the way in this journey. A special shout out goes to our campus facilities team, DSF, Terry Wright, Tony Scarfo, and Dana Cook, and the whole MHS team, who have helped to support an amazing event and who are ready to problem solve and help to complete the final touches to our campus for this event. You have all truly gone above and beyond to support the community with a common goal to provide the best for all of our students, and we look forward to the day that our students will be able to enjoy the full benefits of these updates. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Principal Simmons. Next, we would like to welcome GTA leadership, Dr. Renu Singh.
Good morning, Dr. Gaston. Good morning, board members, executive team, our guest, our Cartwright partner, students, Maryvale admin team, and the family members. The story of the Gifted and Talented Academy started with an idea of providing a transformative education to our urban gifted learners. The intent was support the empowerment of our future innovators, scientists, leaders, artists, problem solvers, and many stakeholders rendered their voice and idea from the planning period to the execution on consistent basis. Nonetheless, the journey wasn't easy. It has been challenging, passionate, emotional, and at times downright unsurmountable. Yet, it is the most rewarding journey I have walked with many of you till date. Every year when the idea took the physical form, it felt like a miracle. And especially during these difficult times of pandemic, the cumulative vision took the shape of this beautiful, colorful space with the help of our brilliant architect team. I was simply speechless. I don't know how I'm talking now. And I'm so thankful to Ms. Simmons, who so beautifully wrapped up all those stakeholders, all those people who have helped us behind the screen and also in the front to bring this idea to culmination today. But I am finding thank you as a very small word to express my depth of gratitude. I'm thankful to the district leadership team. I'm thankful to my Maryvale admin team and family and the Maryvale village, our special partnership with the Cartwright district and many of the other elementary school districts, our board members, our beautiful student and the supportive families, and our trailblazer team members. Nothing would have been possible without all of you. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Singh. And what better way to close out the program today than to hear from one of our students. That's why we're all here, and that's why we all do what we do every day. So please join me in welcoming Gifted and Talented Academy student, Ms. Samantha Garcia.
Good morning to you all. Thank you for having me here. It is an honor to be able to speak on behalf of all my fellow students at the Academy. So many of you here today have heard about the great accomplishments the students here in the Gifted and Talented Academy have made in the past 4 years. accomplishments that have only been achieved because of the desire and goals each student have to strive to reach. However, as a student, I cannot take all the credit for myself. Being a part of the GTA has honestly shaped me into the person I am today. Since the very first moment I stepped onto campus for my interview with Dr. Singh, I knew the academy was the perfect place for me to call home for the next 4 years. Every single one of my teachers throughout my 4 years have been supportive, kind, and helped me with my achievements. Not only do they care about your academic success, but also your success as an individual. I have matured into the young lady I am today because of the academy, and that is something I would always be grateful for. As a student athlete with a part-time job, time is something I never have. For the past couple of years, all my teachers have been very understanding and never failed to make it known that their sole purpose is to help me become a successful student. Because of the academy, I get to live my dream, and I plan on studying international law at one of my dream colleges, as well as continuing my soccer career. Due to the pandemic, the rest of my fellow classmates are not able to be here today and share their experience with you all. However, I will be sharing some things on their behalf. My classmates and I can all agree that there is a lot to look back on during this 4-year journey. Being a part of the first graduating class of the academy gives us all a sense of accomplishment. We worked hard for continuous hours during and after school all these years to prepare for graduation and our lives after that. The academy watched us all grow and become the people we are today. One of my classmates stated, through the rigorous coursework and insightful experience of the academy has provided, I learned to appreciate the acquirement of knowledge. The students here and I are always and forever going to be grateful for all the opportunities we were given. I'm sorry. The Gifted and Talented Academy helps students realize that their dreams are possible through the hard work and determination. Not only has the academy been academically beneficial, but it has also been socially beneficial. We were given the opportunity to interact with others and build bonds for the greater good. At GTA, we are all one united family. The academy taught us to shoot for the moon, and no matter where you'll land somewhere in the stars. So we want to thank all you today for providing this space for us that we've been waiting for all of these 4 years. Thank you.
In a moment, Richard Franco, our Marketing and Communications Director, will come back up. I just want to share a couple of closing thoughts. First, we heard a little bit tonight about thanking our educators, and I think it's really important that we recognize educators during this pandemic. Not just here at Maryvale High School, but all across our valley. When I mean educators, I mean all. Our teachers are going above and beyond, counselors and social workers, psychologists meeting the needs of our youth, and all of our education support professionals, giving out vital services, food and technology, making sure facilities are ready, and also to leadership. It's an extremely challenging time to be in leadership. Whether you're at a school level or at the district level, I am very grateful, and as I've shared many times, more grateful than ever for the educators in our system. So let's give a big round of applause to all of our leaders. And I see Dr. Coleman in the back. Thank you, Dr. Coleman, on behalf of our teachers. And I don't know if I see Vanessa Jimenez here, but on behalf of our education support professionals. And the last thing that I'll say, and Samantha, you'll be the first to hear this, we know that the class of 2021, this is not the year that our class of 2021 wants. This is supposed to be the year of proms and homecomings and graduation ceremonies, and we're not giving up on having great experiences for our seniors. And we'll release a video later this week as we not only talk about what our plans are for third quarter and fourth quarter, but we're going to issue a challenge to our class of 2021. It's an idea challenge, and we're going to ask all of our seniors to submit to us ideas for how we can help them make their senior year special. Whether that's virtually or in person, we're going to let our students take the lead on how to create for them an amazing second semester. Even have an email address just for the class of 2021, class of2021@phoenixunion.org, and we're going to encourage our students to step up and help them have an amazing last semester here in Phoenix Union. So with that, congratulations again to Principal Simmons, to Dr. Renu Singh, and to the entire community here, and thank you to all of you for being in attendance.
Thank you, Dr. Guestin. I think we should cut the ribbon now. If we can have all of our guest speakers please come forward, as well as President Para. We'll move this. We have our scissors right back over here, and I'll get out of the way, and then as soon as we're done with the ribbon cutting, I'll announce kind of what's gonna take place next. All right, is everybody ready? On the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. Did we get a photo? Got a couple photos? Awesome. Thank you so much. Send right back over here. We want to thank you all for joining us this morning. And at this time, we're going to be doing some small tours. We have 3 administrators from Maryvale that are going to be providing and supporting the tours. Where are they set up at? Do we have our admins? Yep, you'll see their hands up. Our first tour will be Superintendent Guestin, our 2 governing board members that are here with us, the Cartwright Superintendent, Principal Simmons, and Dr. Singh. They'll be going into the GTA space. Our association presidents will be doing a second tour, along with any executive team members that are able to stay, but I know that we also are traveling back. And then we have a final tour set up for our teachers and students that are in attendance. We ask everyone to please make sure you're wearing your PPE at all times, and that you're social distancing even as you go through your tours. And yeah, thank you so much for attending this morning. We appreciate you being here. Please grab a gift bag on your way out. We have some goodies brought to you by Core Construction. Thank you. And DLR Group, thank you so much for your support. And we hope you all have a great day.
Welcome to the Gifted and Talented Academy here at Maryvale High School. My name is Renu Singh, Director of the Gifted and Talented Academy. I'm so excited to show you today our new renovated facility here. Follow me. Upon entering, you will be welcomed by our Learning Lounge. Designed with the needs of our gifted students in mind, we strive for an open and spacious learning environment. Our academy has a total of 8 classrooms. 2 are science labs, 1 for physical sciences and the other for biological sciences. On the east side of the GNT Academy, you will find 4 open and flexible classrooms, specifically created for our upperclassmen. We also have 2 lecture classrooms. We want to keep the walls free of information. Thus, our faculty can choose any space based on the activity they plan to do on a particular day. Thank you so much for coming along with me for this tour today. For more information regarding our school, please visit our website, pxu.r/GNT. Thank you.
Welcome to the JROTC building here at Maryvale High School. My name is Lieutenant Colonel David Wynn. I'm very excited today to show you our new building, so let's go. Our new JROTC building consists of 3 classrooms, 1 supply room, 1 shooting range, and 2 offices. Immediately upon entering, you will come across our indoor shooting range. The range consists of 8 shooting lanes for air rifle and has an arms room for rifle storage. We also created the range to be a multi-purpose area that can be used for uniform inspections, formations, and drill practice in the case of inclement weather, such as extreme heat. Next are our classrooms. We have one large classroom where all cadets meet at the beginning of class for daily announcements. The classroom is the instructional area for the Let Ones. After daily announcements, our upperclassmen will break out into two smaller classrooms. The two small classrooms are Let 3/2 and Let 4 respectively. Across our classrooms, you will find two offices and a supply room. One office is for the senior Army instructor, and the other office is for the other Army instructors. They are to utilize for administrative work and student counseling. For more information about our JROTC program or Maryvale High School, please visit our website at pxu.org/Maryvale. Have a nice day.